Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here. We have been doing for several months now do's and don'ts. Todd's do's and don'ts as part of Todd's Tips. And I'm just going to continue because it's kind of a nice, easy way to just grab little bits and put them out here for you to think about. And Demond, our producer, audiovisual producer, always puts these caveats because you need to see those, because I don't want you to get too nervous or feel pressure or anything like that. These are caveats that are me specific. And so there are certain things that you might not want to do. You might choose to do something different than I do, which is fine. That's fine. I give you things that I think are good things to think about and not to just quickly, shove off of your plate or out of your mind. And so I'm hoping that these do's and don'ts will get you somewhere, whether you'll at least think about it and you'll say, well, that really doesn't apply to me. Or, hey, you know what? Maybe I better scratch my chin here a little bit and, think this through. Maybe come up with a plan. So today, in the Todd's Tips section, I don't allow emotion to rule my voiceover business. I don't allow emotion or emotions to rule my voiceover business. Let's talk about something that's close to your heart. And I'm not talking about fishing. I'm talking about baseball. The World Series is just upon, I think it's starting tonight, isn't it?
Starts on Friday night.
On October 28th. And it starts tonight. And two teams are left. It's all that's left of all the teams that started out way back in April, the beginning of April. And Major League Baseball is a great sport that takes tremendous endurance and perseverance. And I'm not just talking about 9 innings. That takes a lot of concentration, as you well know, playing home talent baseball. 9 innings is a long time to concentrate, and there's ups and downs and things like that, even in a 9-inning game. But the season for Major League Baseball is 162 games. That's not counting spring training. That's not counting the postseason. Pitchers and catchers, I think they come around February.
Yep.
And so I remember hearing one major leaguer a long time ago say, when he was asked the question, what is, the secret to not, to surviving a Major League Baseball season? And he said, it's to not get too high and to not get too low. In other words, don't ride the wave of emotions during a game or especially during a long, arduous season. And Major League Baseball is like running your own business. It's long, it's hard, it's a process that takes a plodder's mentality. I talked about that a few weeks ago, that I do plod. I'm a plodder. You can't ride the waves of emotion that inevitably come. They inevitably come. Now, here, I don't know, you don't really know me that well, and maybe sometimes I come across like a non-emotional guy that doesn't struggle with anything. My business is going well. I make lots of money. I've got the answers to things. But that's not really the way it is. I am constantly tempted to ride emotions. I just am. When everything all depends on you each hour of every day, every week, every month, all year for your career, it's your business. It can be easy to get ruled by emotions. I get that. I really do. But you can't. You just can't. You have to remain calm and make sure you have a good plan, like we've talked about all the time. Get a plan that works and then work that plan, that good plan. You can't flail. I see a lot of flailers, even some VO coaches that are kind of flailers. Oh, let's try this. Oh, that didn't work. Well, let's all try this. Oh, well, sorry about that. That didn't work. It's like, hey,
that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, exactly. So I see a lot of flailers and not many plodders. Get a plan that works and work that plan day in and day out, whether you get a job or whether you don't. Believe in your plan and keep working it. And it will become successful, and it'll become more clear, the little twists and turns you need to take. If you need more help, like if you're either just starting out or if you're stuck. In other words, maybe I'll just use financial figures, hypothetical. Let's say you've made $40,000 or around that for the last couple of years, and you just can't seem to get out of that rut of $40,000 or less or more. Or maybe your reads are flat, or you're not winning as many auditions, or whatever. You just need some advice. I'm not going to ask you to come to me because I'm so busy with voiceover that I don't do any coaching. But there's a gentleman that has been my mentor for many years now, and a friend of ours, Bill DeWeese. And he has a website. He's got a whole program called the Blueprint Program. And I know we highlight it each time, but go ahead.
It's down in our description. There we go. Of all of our voiceover-related videos, it's BillDeWeeseLive.com. Go there. He'll help you out. Whatever level you're at, he'll help you out. And he's real good at what he does. So.
Yeah, and we won't go into all the detail, but please do this. Please let us know. We can point you in the direction. We can give you a code that you can use, and he'll know you're coming from our podcast.
Yeah.
And that'll help us. It'll help you. It'll help him know where the people are coming from. So just either get a hold of us or tell Bill that you got it from Todd and Hudson or the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast or VO Marketing Pro.
And those are all... appreciate that little plug. Also, it's just a good reminder to me. Those are things that you're telling me, and that's the whole reason why we started doing these videos, the podcast, stuff like that, because it's been just over a year and a half now since I started my business, and we didn't start the podcast, all this stuff, until I was a year in. And so it's following my journey, and those are certain things that you've been teaching me. It's very easy, especially as a new voiceover artist, to be up and down. Oh, I I won an audition. I haven't got anything for 3 or 4 days. Oh yeah, I got another one. Or I feel like I can't win anything. So that you just have to be especially aware of that and have a high pain tolerance when it comes to winning, losing. There's a lot of losing in voiceover, but sticking to it and not getting too high or too low is definitely a very good.
Yeah, celebrate when you get stuff, but don't be discouraged or depressed.
I celebrate.
This week, we won't go into it. You'll hear the numbers, but this week you started out really fast, and then things slowed down a little bit.
Sure did.
You just, okay, what got me those jobs? What put me in that position? That's what I'm talking about, having a plan, and then saying that I'm doing the work.
I'm not slacking.
I'm baby stepping. No, I'm doing the work and it's working. And maybe it's not working as fast as I want it to work, or maybe it's not working, exactly the way I think it should. But that's why, having a coach like Bill DeWeese, having an accountability partner, watching us and being encouraged, those types of things can be very important.
And you've got to
stick to it.
You got to be patient. Yeah. If you're doing voiceover, direct email, any of it, you got to be patient. Some might say, I've been in this for 5 years. What are you talking about? You've only been in it for a year and a half. But either way, I've been putting my time in for a year and a half, and things are starting to slowly go up. But I'm pushing for that, 5, 7, 10 years from now, having a good, steady business. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for the Todd's Tips.
Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.